The real estate collapse was something that the average person didn't know was coming. The ultra wealthy who created it knew it was coming. The senators and congressmen knew it was coming, which is why you had lying senators saying everything is fine in real estate, everything is fine in real estate on television, while at the same time they were investing, shorting the market, the real estate market, because they knew it was going to go down and they were going to cash in on it. If you look at any collapse, the collapse of General Motors, the collapse of Bear Stearns, the collapse of Lehman Brothers, if you look at before 9/11, remember after 9/11 what happened to the airline stocks? If you look at any stock that had a dramatic crash, right before that crash, there is a massive amount of what's called short selling. That means somebody says, I think this stock is going to go down. So the question is, who is shorting the stock? The rules are set up around the world so that the people shorting the stock or buying the stock can do so what's called blindly. That means it's a secret. Folks, come on. Come on now. If you don't think this is, please, let's back up and go slow on this. 9/11 happened. 2 days before 9/11 happened. And remember, right after 9/11 happened, the airline stocks, American Airlines and so forth, crashed. They dropped 70%. So let's assume that you happen to know that tomorrow planes are going to crash into the World Trade Center. And you know that tomorrow American Airlines and United Airlines stocks are going to crash. You know that. And you happen to have $1 million cash sitting in the bank. The easiest way to make money is to short the stocks today. And then in 2 days, you turn your 1 million into 5 million. Or you turn your 10 million into 50 million. Or you turn your 100 million into 500 million. That's what happened. Folks, that's what happened. So the real simple question is this. See, no one's discussing this at all in the mainstream media. Tell me who shorted the stock. Just tell the world. These are the insiders who knew that the World Trade Center was going to crash. And would it surprise you to find out that it's government officials, United States government senators, officials, and insiders? Would it surprise you? Folks, open up your eyes. Let's look at the real estate crash. All these people shorted the real estate market stocks. Who did it? Senator after senator after senator after senator, U.S. senator. The Carlyle Group, which is Bush and Clinton and the Arabs. Folks, come on. They know what's happening here. They're creating it, and that's why the billionaires and guys who have $100 or $200 million, their net worth keeps going up because they have all the inside knowledge. Nobody else does. And they're setting up the rules so that they don't have to pay taxes. And they're setting up the rules that all of us keep getting taxed more. I love when President Obama says, we're going to stop the tax loopholes. We're going to get rid of line item deductions. That is going to bring in an additional $1 trillion in revenue. Stop. Let me put that into English. Right now, a person files his tax return and has legitimate deductions, which reduces his tax liability. We're going to take those deductions away so that every American citizen, except the super wealthy, has to pay more money in taxes. We're going to take another $1 trillion away from American citizens. When you take away a deduction, you are taking money out of every American citizen. You are in fact increasing the tax. That's why the whole tax code is a scam. They call it tax. We're lowering the tax rate. But if you lower the tax rate, but take away the deductions, the amount of tax that people pay goes up. The tax rate's irrelevant. It's what can you deduct. They keep talking about the tax rate, the tax rate, the tax rate. It's irrelevant. It's what can you deduct. So the point here is your standard of living is going down right now. I was talking to my buddy in New York. He says, KT, this guy's a billionaire. And he says, okay, now I want you to put this in perspective. So the guy's got a lot of dough. And here's what he says. KT, they keep lying about inflation. It's out of control. I says, well, why do you say that? He says, because I eat Haagen-Dazs ice cream. And a few years ago, I'd go down to the store and it cost $3.43. Now it's $7.50. This is in New York City. He goes, nobody's talking about it. It's out of control. And I said, Joe, not only that, but the size of that container is about 25% smaller than it was before. He says, what? Hold on. Gets back on the phone and goes, you're right. I can tell by the way it fits in my hand. It is smaller. So not only did the price go up, but the amount you're getting, it went down. That means inflation is even higher than that. Folks, the standard of living is going down. And there's this great show coming out on